we are go. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. This is the scene for the Living World of Darkness, Kingdom of Apples, Changeling video. Today we find Timothy Turner, Abby Luna. God, I love saying that. That's so nice. Um, Going to Astraea, or Baroness, I should say. Pardon me, pardon my misspeak here. Baroness Astraea Greyhawk, knee Ilunid. In search for answers and to discuss plans. And we will start with Timmy's broken into your house a time or two before. So we'll start with him coming into the freehold.
Oh, it's a lot more difficult than that now.
Oh, I hate you for that so much.
Yeah, no, like Miriam out of character put up like a lot of systems to prevent that shit.
Okay, well then there is a knock on your fucking door since it's not that easy anymore.
Yeah, Astra wasn't really in the freehold proper, so she'll get up. She'll go ahead and answer it. I think it's time for descriptions from both players because they both look radically different at this point.
Yes, they do. I will let you go first since you are handling the opening. Actually, I will go first since you're probably looking at the peephole, I assume.
So I'm looking up a what?
Since you're looking out the peephole to your door, I'm assuming. Like,
yeah.
Unless you're just one of those cool cats that opens your door without looking at who's out there first.
Nah, she'll look.
Okay. What you're seeing is almost exactly the picture that I've got up on my cam. Except he has a pair. Give me one moment. Okay, it's pretty much the picture I've got up. You don't see the gun in his hand. And to really see it, you still have to look down a bit because Timmy still is short, and I need to add the short flaw. But he's wearing a pair of these, just nonchalant glasses. Chimerical reality, these things are ornate as fuck. But Gray World, they're just those. They're basically birth control glasses.
Okay.
Because God knows you ain't getting laid wearing a pair of those. So, yeah, you see that facially kind of looks like Timmy, more or less. But stance-wise, he's actually carrying himself almost as if you ever seen a guy get fresh out of boot and he carries himself with a certain like mannerism?
Yeah.
That's what you got going on.
Just in case. Astraea's gonna strap her dagger to her hip, and she'll just open the door. And what Tim sees is, well, it's Astraea, yeah, and she looks the same. But here's the thing: on both sides, she's wearing a leather jacket, a black T-shirt, jeans, and no shoes. She was out of place. She's carrying herself a lot more masculinely, very much more like the male that she is in the Gray World, and she gives off that kind of masculine air about her too.
So what I'm hearing is G.I. Jane?
Huh?
What I'm hearing is G.I. Jane?
I guess. Maybe like some Michelle Rodriguez if she were black.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. Like Michelle Rodriguez from like freaking Resident Evil.
Yeah, like she
Gotcha.
She also, like, the reason she gives off this air is because she also has animal magnetism.
Gotcha.
So yeah, she actually does smile when she sees Timmy or Tim, and she'll say,
he will smile and he will nod his head.
"Congratulations, man. Come on in."
He'll walk in. You see there is a 1911 strapped to his thigh, by the way.
It's chimerical, right?
No, that's Gray World, Colt 1911.
She'll look and she'll say, "Do you have a firearms license for that?"
Timmy will reach into his pocket, pull out his wallet, and opens it up, and you see a couple moths fly out of it. And he pulls out a piece of paper and shows you registration for the 1911 and all of this.
All right, cool.
He puts it away.
So tell me, how you been?
I'm alive. I'm alive, and I passed.
Yeah, Count Donald told me about that.
Did he? Did he now? Oh boy. I'm supposed to meet with him. And he'll close the door behind him if it wasn't closed already. And he'll look at her. Him. He'll look at give me one moment actually. Actually, no, I don't need a moment. Because I'm on the laptop, I can carry this shit with me. So he'll look at him and he'll look at Julian. Do you trust Donald? Count Donald, pardon me.
He's my liege lord. My trust in him is implicit at the moment.
Having someone as your liege does not mean you necessarily trust them. I trust William with my life. However, you were on that ship. You know as well as I do what happened. The way Donald played it off still didn't sit right with me. Do you remember the instance that I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
It doesn't sit right with me.
No. Come on, let's sit down so we can talk about it.
Okay.
You got anything you want to drink?
Water, actually.
Okay, cool, because that's all we have.
Okay.
So, Astraea will get Tim some water. Slide it over to him. And then he will sit down. Kind of lean forward. Like, she's not even wearing nail polish or any kind of makeup right now. Her dreadlocks are kind of pulled back into a ponytail.
Give me 1 second. Dealing with this crazy child.
No problem.
Ah, coffee mate, how you are, my friend. Milk plus coffee mate makes happy children. So, you were saying?
Oh, he'll kind of he will sit down. The dreadlocks are pulled back into a ponytail right now. So that way none of them are getting in the way of her face. She's not wearing any makeup, which is, I guess, it's not particularly odd for her because she's never worn makeup really, and no nail polish at all.
Okay. I can't remember. Doesn't she normally wear like a red nail polish?
She normally wears some kind of. She had started to get into the habit of wearing some kind of black nail polish or something, but it was on very rare occasions that she really did it.
Gotcha. So yeah, he'll take some of the water and have a drink, and he'll look at her. Okay, here is my only problem at this point. I trust you. I trust Malcolm. I trust William. I don't know that I trust Donald.
So far, Donald has his own plans, and while I have my plans, I don't see much of a reason to get in the way of my liege lord.
Well, Again, I trust you, which is why I talk openly with you. But one day, my plans conflict with his
Don't
position.
tell me that.
No, no, no. I think you misunderstand. My plans are one day to be where he is.
Okay.
That doesn't directly conflict with his well being or his plans necessarily. I'm just saying I have aspirations. I believe it would be almost foolish to believe that we all don't have to believe that one does not have aspirations.
True that.
One day I would like to be count. But that's just me. Now, I have a I'm giving this to you as a heads up before we go handle things. I have someone teaching me Adhene lore.
Okay.
What do we know about the Adhene? Because here's the deal. One of my other plans is I'm going to find a way to deal with Nosehorn.
Okay, so your first. I'm just going to tell you this right now. When you have plans like that, don't advertise them. Not even to me.
Okay.
I understand that you trust us, and I trust you, but deniability is a thing.
Right. Right.
And the less people know about what you're up to, the better.
Okay. Well, I'm coming to you more so going, I need help with this because undoing her with iron is a really bad idea.
It is.
You yourself were there for Magram's speech. Essentially, from what I took out of it, Nosehorn is the Antichrist. From what I took out of what Magram said. So Nosehorn essentially is going to be the undoing of the kingdom, from my understanding.
She's not of enough of a threat yet for that. Yeah.
So, are you telling me that I should not trust Magram's vision?
I didn't say that. You can believe whatever you want to believe. Magram has had opinions about the Adhene, and whether or not I agree with them are entirely irrelevant at this point.
So, what you're saying is his proclamation of Nosehorn is probably more an opinion based than his actual foresight.
In my opinion, yes. That being said, she has been up to some sketchy things lately.
Okay.
Is she a thorn in our side? Sometimes, yes. Does she cause problems? Yes. Antichrist? Well, there's a reason I don't buy into Christian dogma.
Personally, I believe we are gods, but that's neither here nor there.
We can have that debate for that debate will keep us here all day.
Right, right. Yeah. Okay. So what you're telling me is basically take the nose horn thing with a grain of salt from Mago.
I'm saying listen to your housemate, but don't be afraid to go out and get some information yourself.
Well, obviously. I mean, just because one thing is true does not mean that the opposite can also not. Does not mean the opposite also can't be true.
I'm not going to want us to get bogged down in roles, but Tim can kind of tell that Astraea, while she doesn't agree with Malcolm, she's trying really hard to not just like talk that good shit on him.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, they're friends, like really good friends.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's picking her words very carefully right now.
Right. Well, that's issue one. Our dear beloved Sir Constantine is back.
Yeah.
Like back.
Yeah.
Let me think. Oh, I am changing the focus of my craft.
What are you going with now?
Tailoring.
Do you have any idea how helpful that would be to me? I would personally commission you for some stuff.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. What kind of things do you need?
Mostly just clothes that fit both sides.
Okay. So would suits work? Because suits are almost unisex in today's day and age.
Suits could work. More of a maybe more 1800s militaristic uniform can work too. We can talk about it later.
Okay. Because I plan on going into combat suits.
Suits that you can. When you say combat suits,
I mean Kevlar infused suits.
actually, let me know if you're able to make real life Kevlar.
I probably can. Yeah, actually, yeah. Yeah, I can. Why? I can do that now.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Out of character, my first craft specialization was arms and armor, and Kevlar is a type of body armor.
Okay, sweet.
So I think I can, but we'd have to double check with the SCs. But I'm pretty sure I can.
Yeah, so Astraea's going to lean forward and she's going to say, "You've heard about the Dantean attacks lately?"
Yeah, that is one thing I am trying to prep for, because I'm going to kill every last one of them motherfuckers.
Excellent. They use a lot of mundane guns, and they hurt a lot.
He smiles and looks down at his thigh, like this.
Yeah, like that.
Except they're bigger. He'll smile and slowly remove it from its holster and set it down, and he'll reach into his pocket and take out a cylinder that's probably about 4 inches long, 2 inches wide. He'll pick up the gun and slowly start like twisting it onto the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll look at it once he's done and smile at her. And then unscrew, put back in holster, put back in pocket. Never leave home without it.
Well, I mean, Astraea reaches into her back and she presents her own weapon. Look, I may be a changeling, but guns are fucking useful.
Actually, arms and armor specialization applies. Hey, I will take that all day. 10 explodes. 4 successes on crafts intelligence, craft specialization, arms and armor. What weapon is it?
It wasn't really specified. It's just
Okay.
it's what would be considered a light pistol in game.
Okay, cool. So it's probably something
It's
like
not. Yeah, no, it's not like fucking ridiculous bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's not my 1911.
Yeah, no.
Okay, very cool, very cool. So yeah, he'll nod. He's like, the stopping power on one of those is a little lacking.
It is.
No way. No way.
So, I mean, if you want, theoretically, I could find you a replacement with a little more stopping power.
Let's focus on the Kevlar for right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
Because I'd rather survive getting shot.
I'm pretty sure I can make Kevlar. I'm 90% sure I can make Kevlar.
All right. Now, would you prefer dross or human money?
Which is going to hurt you less?
Probably the dross. I got dross for days.
Okay. Let's do some dross. I'll take it. Let me get back to you on pricing. Is there anything particular you want on it? We reward anything?
Nothing magical. Just make it a little lightweight so that way I can still move around.
Kevlar's lightweight as is. I mean, you're just talking a Kevlar vest, not an entire SWAT uniform, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You probably got about 15 pounds of body armor in a Kevlar vest.
Yeah, just make sure it's very evenly distributed so it doesn't.
Do you want plating in it as well? Ceramic plating.
Would that get in the way of my movement?
It shouldn't. Ceramic plating, what it does is he prepared to take some banality, like temp banality, because he is now getting into physics of how ceramic plating moves with you. And while yes, it gets in the movement way of hunching over or leaning back, side to side movement, there's a steel or ceramic plate that slides into the front of the Kevlar vest and a steel and ceramic plate that slides into the back. So it gets a little more cumbersome that way as far as weight goes. But if you have a strength theoretically of 3 or higher, it shouldn't really bother you.
And Astraea has strength 3.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'd really take temp banality for that because Astraea is surprisingly accepting of science.
That's true. I forgot. You're the type that you watch fucking History Channel for fun. So I'd run it by the STs. Anyways. But yeah, no, what do you know about I want to say, if I caught his name correctly, Cassio? I don't know, Middle Eastern gentleman, runs a car shop.
Does he have a house?
I don't know. And that's the part that bothers me, is I don't know enough. But he brought up, when I was talking, he seemed really uneasy about house I wanted. So that's why I'm asking.
Well, it's House Luna, and everyone's going to be a little uneasy with us. But
Everyone's also retarded. What can I say?
yeah,
If they only knew.
but the name doesn't ring a bell.
I don't know. I don't know. He seemed to be unnerved, but I could be misinterpreting things. I don't know. He seemed to get super upset when he determined that I'm a commoner in a house.
Ooh, we may have a traditionalist on our hands. That's
Well,
fine.
that's fine. I'm not too worried about it because, well, I'm here and he's not. So, where do we start on fighting these Dante? Sorry, my thoughts are kind of jumbled today.
Right now, I've got to wait on one of my contacts to get back to me.
Okay. And he'll adjust the glasses.
What's up?
How do we stop them from coming back?
We have to stop existing.
That's not going to happen.
Dante basically are us, but twisted. As long as we exist, they exist. It's unfortunate, but the more we learn about them now, the easier we'll be able to deal with them if they ever come back.
Gotcha. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of at this point itching for something to do.
Well, you've got the Dante, and you've got all these things with Nosehorn, but Nosehorn's been very inactive lately, so I think we can put her on the back burner for right now.
Right, and I get that. But what to do outside of that, though? I mean, for such a large city, things seem to be so quiet.
Well, not necessarily. There are things happening, although it seems to be everyone's own personal things. My advice to you, work on building yourself up a little bit.
How do you suggest that? How do you suggest I do that, I should say?
Expand your business. Work on your personal image a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, because apparently speedboats and explosions are my thing, or at least as far as the public is concerned.
Yeah, up until recently, that was a thing. That was a thing. I'm not gonna lie.
You do something once, and you never live it down until the day you die.
Hey, look. Here's my thing. I don't mind trying to be a badass. Trying to be a badass is fine. I do it all the time. We're changelings. We kind of have to do it. But I would probably advise to be more careful with it in the future. Just because theatrics like that can get very dangerous very quickly, and not just for yourself.
Well, I was wearing armor, in all fairness.
Yeah, you also hit the land bridge we were standing on.
Well, yeah, I didn't realize it wasn't that deep. Sorry. I thought it was quite a bit deeper.
Look, I'm a lot more chill about it, but you seem different now. So,
Oh, yeah, no. Like, hitting the land bridge now is a really bad idea. Like, looking back on it, at the time, I was trying to get there quickly and look cool doing it. And honestly, looking cool doing something is overrated.
I wouldn't say that now, but hey, personal opinions.
Most of the time, looking cool doing things puts other people in danger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but me, Mogram, and William were all kind of, before all this, we were planning on talking to you a little bit about the whole thing.
He'll kind of chuckle. No, actually, I wanted to discuss with you the whole war mage thing. Like, I know I've heard you talk about like war mages and blah, and kind of just wanted to touch base with you on that. How's that going, by the way?
That's going well at the moment.
Good.
I've been past few months. I've kind of been encouraged to not focus on the war so much, which I think has helped me.
Okay.
Well, I have an idea. And I want to run it by you. I want to train, and more particularly, I have something specific I want to train on.
I know.
Okay.
And that particular something is a thing called tactical insertion.
All right.
Infiltration. I want to train on how to go into a hot location. Know what your objective is, get it done, and exfiltrate. I'm talking, I want to train and I'm talking special operations.
Okay. I might be able to help you in the combat aspect, but when it comes to the raw infiltration, that's not my specialty.
Who do I need to talk to?
I don't know if he'd give you the time of day, but try Ben's pretty good at it.
Okay.
Can also just train up yourself. I'm sure that we can set up some kind of thing so that way you can get better at it.
That would be greatly appreciated.
All right.
What I'm planning on doing is not a solo act. And by the time it's done, I plan on having myself and 3 others prepped to go in, perform the right to rescue, and get the fuck out with our package.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to do. Not to mention, I have full plans to infiltrate the Red Branch and weed out the corruption.
See, stop telling me that.
Why?
Because you're opening the circle.
Uh-huh.
Do I need to know?
Do you need to know? Yes. Because I'm holding myself accountable to you. Because going in and doing what I'm planning on doing, one of two things come out of it. One, I will go down and look like the biggest. I will go down looking like Duke Guile. Or two, I will come out looking like a hero. And at least if I go down looking like Guile, somebody at that point will know the truth.
All right.
Hey, this version.
It's
Yeah.
this way, if something happens to me, at least somebody knows what the hell I was doing, so that should I go missing or should something happen, somebody can step up and go, no, look, here's what was going on. And between you and I don't want to put William in that position.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, there was one thing I was curious about, though.
mm-hmm.
Last time we talked, you were talking about trading up like a bunch of arts at once.
Okay.
Tell me, what do you have under your belt now?
Oh, okay. Give me a moment. Let me think. Give me 1 second.
Right back. Give me about a couple of seconds.
Take your time.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, so Timmy will smile, and he will hold up 6 fingers. And he will start with his left hand, which is only a thumb up, and he will put it down in fusion. He will put down his pinky on his right, pyretics. He will put down his ring finger on his right, chicanery. He will put down his middle finger on his right, soothsay. He will put down his index finger on his right, wayfair. And he will put down his thumb on his right hand, sovereign.
And
Come again?
lonely.
Which one?
That last one.
Sovereign.
Oh.
I mean you no offense, but how the fuck did you learn that?
He'll smile and tilt his head. I should probably be more specific. I am trained in the art of sovereign up to the point where if I trained up my pyretics slightly more past intermediate into mastery, I would be sorcerer on mastery level pyretics and adept level sovereign. I am trained in OC.1 protocol. I am trained in protocol, dictum, grandeur, and weaverwort. Now, as to how I learned it, the hows, do you really want the answer?
A little bit, yeah.
Trond taught it to me.
Right.
Do you remember Tron Faded?
Yeah. Yeah. It was after that. That interesting. It was after Mogram's Chrysalis.
I woke Tron up, and he asked me what I wanted in return for saving him. And I simply requested Sovereign. So yes, he asked me what I wanted in return for saving him. I simply told him Sovereign, and he obliged. I have spent much time and much effort learning this, training it, working it. It's like any other muscle. And my plans for my sorcerer title will come with infusion and pyretics. I have had Sovereign long enough at this point to almost master it. And yet no one has known. So, besides, when dealing with Krampus, Sovereign was the thing that saved me and saved the boy. And at the end of the day, that's what matters.
All right.
You have okay. It's like this. Sovereign for me is like a penis. People should be glad that I have it and glad that I'm proud of it. But there are two things that I haven't done. And one, that's go waving it around in the streets all willy-nilly. And two, shoving down some child's throat.
Okay, fair enough.
Sovereign is similar to religion.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah,
and I'm sure that is one of the things our dearly beloved Count would love to get the answers on from me. Because while in that book that apparently he read as it was happening, he would have seen me produce Sovereign. He would have seen me produce both Dictum and Grandeur. So, as others will say, that's a thing. It doesn't make me a threat. What it makes me is a very valuable weapon.
you won't have to be convincing me of that.
And he'll kind of smile this wry, half-cocked smile, and he'll look directly into her eyes. It shocked you that I know as much as I do about it at this point, didn't it?
Surprising.
Now, That being said, if you had no clue and no one else had any clue, then obviously I'm trustworthy with it. But what can a lowly squire do at this point to best serve the house?
Right now, basically do what I'm doing. Be a little more social. Try to make friends outside.
Oh, I've made an adhesive friend.
Alsop?
Yes, sir. Ma'am. Yes, Banks.
Either or.
Yeah. Alsop's teaching me adhesive lore.
And what are you giving him?
I'm teaching him how to craft.
Wow, the inner workings of his people for learning how to make shit. Not that that's any lesser, mind you, but I would have asked for more.
He accepted. I feel like I got the more valuable deal out of it, but
Although, a very talented knocker like yourself, lessons are worth a lot more than lessons from me.
he kind of shrugs. Did I tell you I expanded?
You mentioned that you are changing up your crafting specialty.
Oh, I mean, I have a couple of specialties at this point under my belt. I will be replacing my, and he looks at his left arm, my arm eventually.
Be careful with that.
Well,
You think you're not so attached to your arm, even if you have a cybernetic one.
that is exactly what I'll be replacing it with.
That's what I'm saying to be careful with. If you... even though it's cybernetic and even though it serves the same purposes that your old arm did, it would not be your arm.
Oh, it would, because I would have created it.
Not the same thing, unfortunately. Close, but not the same thing.
I don't know. I mean, the ability to directly interface with technology.
It's neat.
I'm also considering replacing my brain.
Okay, don't do that.
No,
Like,
no.
she just calmly straight up says that.
I'm going to build a positronic brain and download myself into it.
That's not really you replacing your brain, though. That's you kind of replacing your body.
No, because then I'm going to have someone surgically remove my brain and replace this positronic into it.
That sounds like a lot of be careful.
Hey, Tim, check the chat bar real quick. Yep, it's a thing. So yes. Timmy will smile and he will look at Astraea. I need your help with something.
What is it?
I'm also building a ship.
All right.
And by ship I mean starship.
Well, that was always a dream of yours.
It's becoming a thing. Except I want it to I need your help with it because I need your specifications of what you want to see happen with your warship.
Oh shit. Oh boy. I'm definitely going to need to get back to you on that.
Because I plan on having drop pods. Outside of that, I don't know. Do you want tractor beams? What do you want?
Well, I don't know yet. It takes a little bit of time to figure out what you want in a warship.
Because honestly, what I'm considering is having the ability to have orbital bombardment.
That's enough. Asher's just going to calmly look and say, okay, there's a couple of problems with that. Here, okay. Firstly, it's a nice idea, it really is. Unfortunately, if we try to bring that thing into the gray world, bad things happen.
Who said anything about Grey World?
You mentioned orbital bombardments.
Mm-hmm. Edheen exists here. Dante exists here.
But here's the thing. When you start bringing in things that conflict with the banal world too much, both the dreaming and banality kick back. And if you brought in something like a sci-fi warship, it would not go well for you.
However, it will simply exist in the dream.
It can exclusively exist in the dreaming.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He'll smile. I can have this done within a month if I had the proper funding. Now, that's just for the base ship. That's not for weaponry and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not for warp drive. That's not for anything of that nature. That's just for the base ship and the ability to go into space with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes. Let me think. I don't know where I would ever come up with that much cash, though, to get this all funded. I would need something like 40 draws to get it done.
We can talk about it more later, but for right now, I have to get going. I have to go to school, actually.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
your old phone number still work?
Yeah. Yeah, the S6 is still there.
Sweet. So, let's see if we can't get a get together, yeah? Celebrate you coming into the fold.
Okay. That'll work for me.
All right. So I'll see you later, man.
Okie dokie. And he will stand and he will make his exit. And
Right.
with that, unless you have something you need to state for camera, I believe we can call this scene.
Yeah, nope, I'm good.
Okay. Well, thank you players for playing. Thank you for watching. As always, have a good evening.